Hey guys, today we're going to go over the information tab on the asset card. This tab allows you to track any information that you want on the asset. Things like make, model, manuals, meter readings, that type of stuff. So let's dive in and get started. So the first thing we want to do is click Add Field. Now when you start Limble, there's 3 suggested fields that we give you: category, make, and model. But you most definitely can add any new fields. And that's how we'll track things like manuals, install dates, warranties, different stuff like that. So let's go ahead and add the make. Say this HVAC is a Sear Goodman. And now we're going to go ahead and make our first custom field and add, let's do a manual first. So you simply click Create New Field. Type in the name of that field, in this case it's going to be a manual, and choose the field type. I'll go over each of these types in depth a little bit later, but let's go ahead and add this. Since it's a manual, it's going to be a document. So click Create, and now we go ahead and upload that document. Now that it's uploaded and attached to this asset, at any time you can come back and look at the manual for that. You don't have to go Google around trying to find it or anything like that. Additionally, this information is available to your technicians while they're actually out performing work. All they have to do is click the green text next to the task that they're performing, and that brings up this asset card here shaped to appear on their phone in a nice manner. And then they can actually see what the make is, they can see the manual, and any other information that you add here. So now that we have the manual added, let's go ahead and add a couple other fields. So let's say we want to find the location or the location or room for it. So let's go ahead and put location. And we're going to go ahead and add this as a text. And so now is a good time to go over each of these types of information and explain what they do. Basically, you're naming a field and then saying what type of information that you want to store in it. And so with text, that's great for make, model, serial numbers, VIN, because those all have numbers or letters in them. And so in the case for the location, we most definitely want to use a text. You can make fields that track things like mileage and so forth, and that's really where numbers great. You can track mileage, hours ran, meter readings such as temperature, other stuff like that. Currency is great for tracking things like initial cost or your purchase cost and whatnot. Pictures are great for if you want to attach diagrams or troubleshooting charts or whatever the case may be. Documents work really well for manuals, contracts, really any PDF. And then finally you have date, and that works great for warranty dates or install dates, different stuff like that. So let's go ahead and finish adding our fields. We have location, so we're going to create that. And let's say this is on the 3rd floor. And let's go ahead and add another field on here. And let's go ahead and just so you can see an example of the number, we're going to go ahead and type in mileage. Obviously HVACs don't have mileage, but I want to show you this functionality. And let's go ahead and say this is at 30,000. And so now we have all the information that we want to track for this asset all readily available. And again, technicians can pull this up at any time. Additionally, you can drag and drop these around. So say mileage is the most important, just move it to the top of the list. One other useful function of this is seeing the history of changes. So over time, this goes up to, let's say it's at not that high, but this gets changed a couple times. If you click View History of Changes, you can actually see at what time and by who what the value was and then what it was changed to. And additionally, you can change these values from inside a work order or a PM. We'll go into that more detail in those tutorials, but basically you can automate the process so that when you're doing a monthly thing or a weekly thing for tracking meter readings, they just fill it out on the task and it automatically populates in here. Again, we'll cover that in a different tutorial, but just know that that functionality is there. And that's basically the information tab. You really can add whatever you want in here. The sky's the limit. You're only limited by your own creativity. You can add in the asset's owner. You can add in any meter readings, manuals, really anything you want. So get in and give it a try. You're not going to break the tool, and make it your asset the way that you want it. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to us at mel@limblecmms.com. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this tutorial, and you have a great day.